We're in open session, Your Honor.
Witness, we're now in open session, and you will answer your questions again, mindful of the advisory given to you earlier, but being careful not to reveal identifying information, either your name or specific place where you live or stayed, as well as refraining from at this stage or in this session relating rather information that is very unique and particular to you. Let's say there's a certain unique event and you are with only one person or two who observed that event with you. If you started talking about it in open session, the other person listening, if they hear you in public, will then know, oh, that's you testifying, and then they'll start putting two and two together. That's what we'll try to avoid in open sessions. There is a certain contraption beyond your microphone. Do you see it? It's lit red. Yes.
Yes. So
when it's lit up red, it means we are in open session. That means danger, be careful about revealing identifying information. But you must still tell us the truth. When it lights up green, it means we're in private session. Then you can relax and speak freely about even identifying information. But now it is red, so proceed with care.
I'm grateful, Mr. President. And witness, the last question that I asked is, do you remember if these persons that you saw, these young men, if they were carrying anything?
Yes, they were carrying bows and arrows.
And can you describe these bows and arrows? What were they made of? Do you know?
Yes, they were made of wood, a carved wood like this, and a string, and a bow.
And on this occasion in 2007, can you describe the number? Can you tell us the number approximately that you saw and it's in location 2?
Yes, they were around 7 inch, I think.
But for the entire ceremony in 2007, do you know how many you saw, apart from the ones you observed with bows and arrows?
Mr. President, excuse me, first, I think that question was already asked and answered, but also we really don't see the relevance of all of this.
Objection is overruled. Proceed.
You've described those that you saw carrying bows and arrows, but I'm asking you, these new initiated boys and the people that were taking them to be initiated, can you give an estimate of the number that you observed in location 2?
Yes, they were around, in number I can guess they were around 50.
The question isn't rooted in any particular time, as I understand it. Are we talking about the entire month, or is there a specific occasion that Mufen's referring to?
Mr. Hooper, I think you can, if that question is left dangling at the end of the day, you can pursue it in cross-examination. Thank you.
Okay. You said this ceremony starts around November the 29th, 28th, I believe is the date you gave.
27th and 28th.
Okay. 27th and 28th. Do you remember how many you saw heading towards location 6?
Yeah, those are the one I'm telling you. They were around 150.
Did you say 50 or 15 witnesses?
No, 50. Let me see, around 50.
And let's move now to December, because you said this ceremony takes about a month. Did you observe this group leaving location 6 in December?
Yes, after the period of staying in the bush was over, I saw them moving from that area.
And do you know the number of those that left the area?
I remember I saw them early in the morning, around 6. It was around 6 in the morning, and they were a very big number, because they had already passed. So I saw them moving to where they had prepared for that ceremony, for these young boys to come out. So when they usually come out, it is when they change and put their ordinary clothes.
But was the number the same as those that had gone in, approximately 50?
Yeah, approximately. I can guess the approximate rate.
Now, I would like to ask you about the day of the election. It's agreed that it's the 27th of December 2007. Firstly, did you vote on that day?
Yes, I voted.
And at what location did you cast your vote?
At location 3.
And generally, in location 2, where you lived, what was the atmosphere on the day of the election?
Can say everything was cool. Everything was cool, was as normal.
And did you stay in location 2 on that day, or did you go anywhere else? This is on the day of the elections.
Yes, because I was not used in staying at location 2. After casting my vote, I remember I left location 2 around 10 in the morning. And I went in.
Wait. You're going to give us a location where you went on the sheet?
Yes, I went to location 4.
And what was the atmosphere like at location 4?
Everything was normal, it was cool.
Then let's move on to the following day, the 28th of December. Did you stay at home that day, or did you leave your home in location 2?
I think I'll go by date because I can't remember the date clearly, but I remember maybe if we go by Monday, Tuesday, these days I can remember very well other than dates. After voting, I just went to location 2. Even the following day, I went to location 2.
Okay, for now let's keep to the day after voting, the day after the election. What did you do that day?
I think I went to location 4. Was it on Friday? We can go by because if we can go that way, I think I can remember very well.
Unfortunately, Mr. Witness, it's your testimony, so I can't suggest the date to you.
So I think I went to location 4 because that is where I used to work, and I was not commonly during daytime staying in location 2.
And do you know when the election results started being announced?
I think they were either in the voting day in the evening or the other day in the morning is when we started receiving results from various areas of the election.
And in your location, this is location 2, what was the support like for each of the parties? Was it mainly ODM supporting or mainly PNU supporting?
They were ODM supporters.
And did you see any of the ODM supporters in location 2 on this day?
I can see the whole area were ODM supporters. So all of them, very few of them were PNU supporters.
And on this occasion as well, what was the atmosphere like?
Well, because the results of the election had started coming in, most of the ODM supporters were convinced that they were going to win the election. So most of them started celebrating the way the